欢迎收看神秘文怪事，大家好，我是团长。没有订阅的朋友，请按下订阅按钮，谢谢大家。加入我们优秀神秘文怪事团，拜托大家用力按下订阅，拜托大家。大家可留言告诉我。各位优秀神秘文怪事团团员，大家好，感谢团员新进团员耐心等待，再次感谢所有团员支持本频道。我上一集影片讲到，不明飞行物 UFO 还是自然现象，解密美国海军光点之谜。没有看过新朋友，我建议先看上一集，我把上一集影片放在说明栏。今天故事开始前，先提醒大家，影片最下方神秘文怪事订阅键定下去，用力按去下，请订阅，请帮忙一下。今天让我带你们进入今天的故事吧。美国海军拍下了三角锥形的 UFO， 出现在圣地亚哥的上空，不止于美国，全世界都频繁出现三角锥 UFO， 甚至还会大小互相放飞，在空中滞留。但人类尚未研发出能滞留在空中的高速飞行器，而这些形状神秘的 UFO 来到地球的目的。
This video taken by the Navy showing what he describes as pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the USS Russell off the San Diego coast in July of 2019.
美国海军流出疑似奔奔时在空中飞行的夜视影片，在网络上高度疯传。
At one point, these UFOs reportedly hovered just 700 feet above the tail of the Navy destroyer, making, quote, extraordinary maneuvers. Now, Corbell says the unclassified video is part of a classified government report intended to educate officials about unidentified crafts flying over restricted airspace.
五角大厦官方发言人苏珊高夫大动作向媒体发布声明，承认影像的确出自海军人员拍摄，并且将整体事件纳入 AP 不明空中现象进行调查。因为在这支影片拍摄的3个月前，美国海军也同样捕捉到疑似奔奔时飞行的画面。
Photos taken by a FA-18 pilot in March of 2019 show 3 different unidentified aircrafts off the coast of Oceania, including 2 UFOs.
但事实上，全世界都曾经出现过奔奔时在空中飞行的踪迹，引发民众好奇讨论。俄罗斯的克里姆林宫上空就被拍到疑似奔奔时在空中盘旋。
According to The Sun, witnesses said the pyramid-shaped object could be as big as a mile wide. And while Russian reports have ruled out UFO speculation, The Sun says the police have refused to comment and aerospace experts are stumped.
地球上尚未研发出长度将近2公里的飞行器，不仅让人怀疑这就是的外文明，而同样的，金字塔型的飞行器也出现在英国上空。南美洲哥伦比亚的天空甚至出现2个大小金字塔型的飞行器互相伴飞，在中国的西安也被目睹疑似奔奔时伴飞的离奇状况，与同年哥伦比亚空中的画面高度雷同。
不明飞行物呈立体锥状，就像是2个金字塔倒扣在一起。不知道是不是拍摄角度的问题，与远处的高楼相比，不明飞行物显得体积特别庞大。更重要的是，在大的飞行物旁边，还有一个形状类似的小的飞行物在围绕着它旋转。
在河北的滦南电厂上空，便出现令人讶异的景象，这回飞行器的形状竟然像是2个金字塔颠倒放置，上下堆叠成菱形飞行。金字塔上方的神秘奔奔时真是飞行器吗？怎么会离奇消失之后又接连出现在世界各地上空？这些惊人巧合让人不得不怀疑，那些古埃及金字塔间并没有机体消失，只是换个方式存在。美国德州发生了6头牛分别在不同牧场，却以同样的方式离奇死亡的诡异事件。不仅舌头不见了，嘴上的皮肤也遭到移除，但现场没有留下任何的血迹，周围也没有脚印。这6头牛的死因至今不明，而其中最离奇的牧场是美国的皮行者牧场，更被称为超自然牧场。研究团队经过牧场内去调查，红外线显示真的有异状。
There's something going on out here.
What in the world? There's no sign of struggle. It's just dead. The meter's going nuts. All the frequencies are excited. Mankind doesn't know how to do that.
The cow is right here.
The cow reacted the moment that object appeared.
早年的牧场常传出牛只遭到莫名杀害死状，相当离奇。
As much as 25% of the herd at that time were lost. These were daylight cattle mutilations. We're talking very surgically precise dissections of these cattle. They were drained of their blood, and there was no blood to be found underneath them.
24小时不断传出有牛只遭到攻击，但当地警方根本找不到凶手是谁。团队猜测凶手不是来自地球。
Before we put them in here, they were kept in the corral, right up by the ranch house. And the morning after they were brought in, they were attacked by something.
It looks bad.
When you put them in here, did you have a feeling that in the one hand you might be, but on the other you might be making them vulnerable?
No, I feel getting them in here was a relief. Because I feel like with this top barbed wire and then the fencing is subsurface, nothing can get in here as long as it's secure.
But things could be coming from the sky.
美国当地最神秘的牧场接连发生悬疑事件，被当地居民认为是一块被诅咒的土地。相传这里有个神秘的时空之门，能够改变时间跟方向。
There is a ranch in northern Utah. It is considered the epicenter of the strangest and most disturbing phenomena on Earth. Animal mutilations, bizarre UFO sightings, and unusual energies that have proven harmful to humans.
2003年，专门研究 UFO 现象的物理学家带着团队进到牧场，试图用科学仪器找到穿越时空的入口实验。还没展开研究，团队就先碰到诡异现象。
Ignition.
Look. What is that?
We got something. Hold on.
Oh, wait. It's a plane, I think.
No, that wasn't a plane.
Oh, there it is.
There it is again.
It's gone.
为了找到答案，团队开始做第一个实验。
3, 2, 1. Oh, we got a malfunction. Everybody watch out. Oh!
火箭发射前进天空之门的入口，看看会产生什么变化。突然之间，摄影师看到了奇特现象。
On his high-speed camera that literally appeared out of nowhere and caused the rocket to explode.
This isn't an anomaly in the lens because it didn't move.
从仪器上面的数据显示，斑点状物体会是 UFO 吗？目前地球上还没有建造出如此高速运转的飞行物体。专家在三角地带周围竟然开始出现时间变慢的感受。难道时空在特殊磁场里面真的会产生扭曲？
This follows all of the roads that we took.
This was without you here on the ranch.
Now, I'm going to bring up the data generated during your visit. I've colored it red, of course, and at first glance, it conforms to the same path.
We should be seeing a lot more than we're seeing.
You should be. But now look where the data actually is. Way underground.
Wow.
And if you look, when you go to the next dip, that's where you stop and say, this is the tree.
It says he went over 1,000 feet below the surface.
What could just you being in the car do to a GPS sensor to make it go haywire?
数据显示，在三角地带里头不止改变时间，连空间都会受到影响。研究团队发现，疑似是时空之门的位置，但想要打开这扇门，还得请来印第安长老传唱当地古老歌谣，据说这就是开启时空之门的钥匙。
Well, when I started singing, the temperature literally changed.
Look at the top of the mesa. Eric, the stone circle is where it's heating up on top of the mesa.
Are you kidding me?
You should see this. This is fascinating. Right there, that's where the stone circle is. And it's heating up. Look how hot it's getting.
鼓声加上印第安歌谣，真的让螺旋石圈的温度产生变化。
Oh no, it's far too close for that.
It's moving sound quickly.
So, Brendan, I'm all over the sky, and there was no traffic with that heading. There was just nothing in our airspace there.
Everyone, I just want you to know I'm sitting here with Eric.
And there
there is no private or commercial air traffic within that region of the sky.
除了螺旋石圈之外，牧场附近还有一间破旧的农舍，据说农舍里也出现让人难以解释的现象。
I looked around and found that one of the visitors was absent. As I circled around the back end of the homestead, I saw this person fully upright with his eyes closed. And as I yelled his name to somehow get his attention and see what was happening, his eyes fluttered open. He says, I was paralyzed and then went to sleep. How long have I been out? And I said, well, it's probably been about 10 minutes. He was shocked.
农舍的磁场会让人短暂失去记忆吗？难道这里有另一个时空入口？因此，研究员决定在农舍摆放仪器进行实验。
First night, we were on the ranch. It was about 11:30 at night. We walked down the road, made our way around the curve towards Homestead 2. As we walked closer to Homestead 2, we felt a drastic drop in temperature. It was a drastic drop, something that just didn't belong. We could see in the distance what looked like a shadow figure or, a person, a dark person, standing on the second floor of this structure, kind of in the middle, staring right back at us.
2016年，这块牧场以450万美元卖给房地产公司。2020年开始接受一连串的仪器检测，但所有结果全数保密，没有对外发表。这也让牧场的未解之谜再添神秘色彩，至今仍是人类想要解开的重大谜团。许多人还是选择宁可信其有，请大家自行判断。希望您会喜欢今天主题，也欢迎在下方留言分享你对这些的看法。大家帮我按赞、订阅、开小铃铛，谢谢。感谢收看，下次再见。